Welcome to Motor Vault Vehicles for Enthusiasts. I'm Josh, and we've got a lovely 1967 Chevrolet Camaro. The GM muscle car for many of decades, has been in many garages all across the country, has made many impacts all across the world. And this one is a first year from the Camaro's history, 1967. Light blue on light blue, and I think we got to take a little bit of a better look at this Camaro. The Camaro was originally codenamed the Panther, and right before production, the Camaro was the decided name. This particular 1967 Camaro was built in Van Nuys, California, with the Nantucket blue over light blue interior, 327 V8, and this one is as original as you can get. The car has been repainted and refurbished at one point, but to the original specification, and this color combo suits this car very well. The interior is such a classic design on the early Camaro. You get your tri-spoke wheel that's nice and thin, makes it very easy just to turn this puppy all the way around. This one does not have power steering, which actually gives it even a better driver feedback when you're up to speed and driving. I prefer this over the power steering cars. Automatic transmission, and everything is really simple in this car. There are aftermarket gauges here with the oil pressure, volts, and water, but otherwise than that, very simple, very clean. And this is how the original muscle cars are supposed to be. It's your businessman's sports car. You could drive this on a daily basis, but if you want to run quarter mile to quarter mile, this is what these cars were made for. The light blue leather, the light blue dash is a quite pretty touch to this one. Oh yeah, American muscle car at its finest. Originality, and originality. That is the key with this car. Obviously, as you can see, this one has just got a little bit of paint chipping on the valve covers, and that is something I quite love, because the rest of this car shows absolutely beautiful with that light blue paint. But to show this car has the original guts. This is exactly how this looked from 1967. It is not the most powerful engine, but again, this car is as true blue as you can get, and these engines are so bulletproof reliable. You can go from pretty much any city to any city you want to. These engines basically is what started life and turned into the Chevy 350, which is known as one of the single most reliable engines ever built in the automotive history. This one is very special to my heart because the original muscle cars is something that I grew up loving, even though I'm only 26 years old. And to see one in this shape, in this color combo, it brings a lot of joy to the heart. One very cool piece of history on this Camaro is the original dealer tag, Daniel Chevrolet, Colorado Springs, Colorado, is still on the back of this Camaro. Obviously today you just have a little small sticker that's smacked on there. Back in the day, you had this awesome cool metal piece that was able to be put on these cars, and I love the history of that. This car has 78,000 miles. It is correct. It is all there. The engine has been upgraded with bore over 30, so it's got a little bit of extra juice, but nothing too much, because it is still the original 327 210 horse engine, which is the base 327 for these cars. And as well, one thing that's great is that it's been left original and not converted into an SS or an RS car. This is basically what you got if you wanted a plain Jane, ready to rock V8 Camaro in 1967. First year classic American muscle car, the 67 Camaro. The car that started it all for General Motors with the muscle car, in particular the Camaro. This thing is awesome. Feels very, very correct Obviously a no power steering car, so your feedback is actually very, very nice and responsive. It's actually quite good. Again, for me, the power steering cars, while it's nice having very light, movable steering, it just doesn't have the same feedback. And I'm a feedback guy when I'm driving a car, and this one's got it. Yeah, the feedback on this car, the more you drive it, the better it gets. It does move quite well. The new tires on this helps. The car's freshly serviced. It's got new oil on it, new fluids. Yeah, this one's plug and play, ready to go. One key thing about driving one of these great old American classic cars is having everything where it should be, and that's one thing that I'm really starting to judge heavily on cars, is making sure the things are in the right places. Because right in front of you, you got your fuel gauge, you got your speedometer, and you can see everything right between this nice open space between the top crossbars of the steering wheel, the spokes of the steering wheel. And it's really nice because it really doesn't ever really get obstructed that much at all. And these cars just hum, especially the 327. It does what it needs to. It's got a healthy amount of power. It's not going to throw you back, like a modern 6.2 liter, LS3. But again, that is not what this car is about. This car was a very powerful, very adequate, very usable performance sports coupe for the 1960s. And it still is very, very usable today. And when you wrap it in this awesome bodywork with that light blue and the light blue interior, it is a sweet little combination of some American history. Americana at its best, as Ray Evernham would say. If you guys aren't aware of why I said that kind of strange, you think it'd be Americana, but no, I said Americana. Ray Evernham had a TV show for a handful of years where it was restoring and bringing back to life classic American cars that especially had motorsport history. So it was Americana, bringing back that passion and history of American motorsports. So obviously a 67 Camaro shares a lot of that lineage with the great lineage of what has really become one of the most popular American sports cars in history. There's a lot to like about the original Camaros. The designs are so simple, so pure, so clean. The sharp edges anywhere you look, but they're not too sharp. These cars have really become something adorable to so many collectors all across the world, and obviously to this day are still relevant, with the Camaro coming all the way up into modern day. We are very proud to represent this Camaro, and we are looking forward to bringing you more cars like this original time capsule to MotorVault. Let me know what you thought about today's video about this car, what you guys want to see different in our videos, how we can improve on what we're doing, and what other cars you want to see. Give us a like, subscribe, a follow, and we will see you in the next video.